Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the fifth Basement Sessions. I am your host, as always, Scott Freeman, and I am joined this week. I feel very privileged right now to be sat beside this young songwriter. This is Tom Martin, everybody. Tom, say hello to the good people at home.
Hi.
Brilliant. So, if you're tuning into the Basement Sessions for the first time, I'll just spell it out for you. We're in a basement. Tom's going to play us some of his tunes. He'll open and close with two of his best songs, and in between, we're going to throw him challenges. So, if you tuned into the Basement Sessions back in August, you would have caught Matt Shearman from Close to the Coast playing. Now, I gave Matt three challenges that I'd come up with. He had to perform his songs in a variety of different ways. It was really funny. I got him to perform one of his songs, but I translated sections of the songs into Japanese and German, but I didn't give it to him beforehand, so it was just completely on the spot, and it's hilarious. So if you're following us on Facebook or Twitter, just give us a shout, say hello, and we'll give you a shout out. So to begin things off, I've got a couple of interview questions. Good people at home are asking. So let's start off with a like not too serious but good enough. So Tom, what inspires you?
Oh Christ. That's beyond semi-serious, isn't it? No. Depends really. Like I just wrote a song about how sex is like jam, last week. So my girlfriend in that respect inspires me. Um, don't take that the wrong way, Soph, if you're watching. I also, I'm also writing a song about a pack of cards which fell on the floor on my way to work, which looks like a bunch of people after a night out. Like generally, my emotional life is a big kind of push for me. Like I get that, I write a lot of emotion about that, but if I'm feeling upset or angry about something, generally I let that out. If I'm feeling overly happy about something, I like when I watch the news and I can whack out a sort of cheeky lyric about something in the news that people go ooh at gigs. You think sort of be controversial. It's quite good fun.
Brilliant. Well, that's really cool, man. That's cool. Deck of cards falling on the floor like drunk people.
Look for that in the next month or so. I've been writing it for a month and I've still only got a verse and a chorus, so it's going to take a while.
Yeah, I've got songs I've been writing for 6 years, still aren't finished. Um, Amen to that. Right. Why fish?
Why fish? Someone's high watching this, evidently. Well, fish because, my favourite type of fish is the cuttlefish. I really love cuttlefish. They can change colour, like, almost instantly to blend in with their background, but they can do it in complete darkness, which is a completely stupid gift, but it's like amazing, like who can do that? And the other thing is they've got this fin that goes all the way around them, and like it sort of waves, and like these cuttlefish are great. They're so cool.
That's cool. I think your first album cover should just be a cuttlefish with your face on it. Maybe a guitar slung around its back.
I went to the aquarium in Paris, and I made friends with a cuttlefish. It started changing colour to the colour of my skin. It was really cute. I think I wanted to name him Brian, and then I realised it was my dad's name, and then I thought Brian the cuttlefish wouldn't really work.
Brian the cuttlefish. I think that's a brilliant name for a cuttlefish.
It was my dad's name, so he's probably quite insulted by the fact it's a good name for a cuttlefish. It's not a great name for a human, really, is it?
It's an interesting name. Interesting name. Cool. Well, that's enough questions for now. So Tom's going to kick us off with one of his songs. I'm very excited about this song. Give you a quick background of me and Tom. I met Tom, I think, back in June. Was it June?
Yeah, it's May or June, yeah.
May or June. And I used to run an open mic night in Winchester at a pub called the William Walker. And it was just really cool. I'd heard, it's one of these things I heard about Tom. And you do a night at Nicola's, or you did? Are you still doing it?
Occasionally. I haven't done it for about a month because unfortunately I don't get Friday nights are nights when I can actually sort of make some money from my gigs usually, or I do a really good gig in a proper music venue, so it's very difficult to find time on a Friday night to go and play in a cafe. But it was definitely to anyone who's watching who works there, because I do have quite a lot of friends who do, and I did really enjoy playing there. And if I come back at Christmas, I'll definitely get in contact about trying to again.
Yeah, so I've some friends who are basically saying, oh, there's this dude who plays at Nicholas, you've got to check him out. And I never got a chance to, and then suddenly Tom walks in one day to my open mic night, and I was just like, right, let's see what this guy can do. And he busts out this song that he's about to play for you, and I was just blown away. And it's one of the best songs I've heard all year, actually. So yeah, I'm really chuffed. So if you're at home, please give a warm round of applause. Though we can't hear it, he hit your.
People are gonna get weird in front of their computers with the headphones on.
Yeah, brilliant. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Tom Martin. Woo! Hey, there you go. Rock and roll.
Another Heathrow morning, half alive, intermittently yawning, staring up at the departure board. Yeah, your flight's delayed and you're still not sure when it was that you were last asleep. You're jet lagged before you even leave. After plant trees and Belize for a fee, never free. You should see they got enough already. You don't have to go to places you don't know, nah, nah. You don't even have to leave your home. Just give me one more night and down another pint. Let's get higher than the Andes. I'll be deeper than the Dead Sea. Yeah, I can speak Francais, and baby, you can try Swahili. I'll be hotter than Death Valley. You'll be cooler than Helsinki, and I'll be good to you if maybe you'll be good to me. Yeah. Took some time to get her bearings straight. You're whale watching in the Bering Straits. Last week you were in Kathmandu, and next week you're visiting Khartoum. And when you're at home, you're at festivals, Glastonbury, Alawite or Festival. And now you're gaining life experience, spending every night in someone else's tent. You don't have to go to places you don't know, nah, nah. You don't even have to leave your home. Just give me one more night and down another pint. Let's get higher than the Andes. I'll be deeper than the Dead Sea. Yeah, I can speak Francais, and baby, you can try Swahili. I'll be hotter than Death Valley. You'll be cooler than Helsinki, and I'll be good to you if baby you'll be good to me. She's going to ta-na-na-na-na-na-na Revo, Revo. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na Revo, Revo. Ta-na-na-na-na-na-na Revo, Revo. Ta-na-na-na-na-na Revo, Revo. And you can tell me all the sights you've seen, tell me all the different places that you've been. I'm sorry mate, but I've been there too. Yeah, I've seen the pictures and I checked it out on Street View. Tell me more about Barcelona. Yeah, I went there last week cause my digital persona had a coffee with a chick named Mona. Gave me her number, wondered if I liked her. Phone her. Did all of this on a shoestring budget. Yeah, I work in my gap year and I fucking love it. So if you're thinking into reading doesn't cut it, getting drunk with your mates every night always does it. Higher than the Andes, I'll be deeper than the Dead Sea. Yeah, I can speak Francais, and maybe you can try Swahili. I'll be hotter than Death Valley. You'll be cooler than Helsinki, and I'll be good to you if you'll be good to me, good to me. Spitfire like Mauna Loa, scream louder than Krakatoa. Ice cool like a glacier, sexy like Monaco Baracia. Romance like Paris nights, light it up like the northern lights. You You don't have to leave and let this be over. You can go anywhere with me on your sofa.
Woo! Brilliant. Oh, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. Cool. So we come to kind of the review section of this show. Usually, I'm out gigging most nights, as is Tom usually, and I come across a lot of artists and I get a lot of people's CDs, and so I like to use this section to just go over people's CDs, and I like to kind of play them to whoever's playing that week and discuss it. But I haven't picked up any CDs in the last couple of weeks, except one, but not from one of the bands, from a band I know we both like, or both fond of. I know we've talked about them a little bit, Royal Blood.
Yeah, I've bought it this week as well.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
I haven't listened to loads of it, but I mean, I really love the single. Figure It Out is what I've heard loads, and I'm really into that. But I had like a splurge where I bought about 6 CDs, and like from everything from like Jamie T to Luke's House Sing, and I'm totally like smashing a load of stuff at the moment. But I mean, I put it on and you just stick it in your headphones, and you just feel like I really want to go and smash things up. Like it's just really cool.
They're just such a cool band. So if you're watching at home and you don't know who Royal Blood are, you really should. I'm really lucky I'm getting to see them in December.
Oh. My only response to that is I'm seeing Alt J in January, so that's my thank you, Sophie. I like Alt J more slightly, but yeah, no, they're really good.
So yeah, Royal Blood are this duo. They're originally from Brighton, and they've just blown up recently with their debut album coming out. It's just a really cool sound. I want to get your opinion on this, because in my head they sound like a multitude of different bands, and every time I listen to a song, I'm like, that middle eighth sounds like Zeppelin. That bit sounds like Papa Roach. Like it just blows my mind listening to it. So who do you think is their inspiration?
I hear loads of really early Muse in it, actually. Like their chord structures are very, very early, like Muse. I can imagine Matt Bellamy. The guy's voice is not dissimilar. It's got quite a good sort of smooth tone to it. He's got slightly more kind of flick and sort of jab to it than Matt Bellamy ever had. He was much more a kind of. Matt Bellamy is an awesome vocalist. There are very few people in music who can actually come close to the vocals he can do. But
oh yeah, just the dude.
I know, he's awesome. But no, I hear lots of like early Muse in it. It sounds like something off of Showbiz or off of oh Christ, what was their second album called? And I should know this because it's one of my favourite Muse albums. Oh God, the second one they did. I've got a friend who's massively obsessed with them, who's going to kill me if she ever sees this. But it sounds like that, and I really like that vibe to it. I think then perhaps they might sort of slow it down next album a tad. I think they'll get a lot of their energy out this time. But I don't know. It's good.
It's good, yeah. Yeah. I listen to them and I'm just blown away. But I do think, like I was discussing with a friend, do you think they're going to have difficult second album like issues?
I think a lot of bands, I think most bands have that. It's how it's like overcome. It's whether they'll overcome them or not. Like I think my sort of thing with bands are like they've shown me enough for me to think that they know their way around a chord sort of progression. There are so many bands you see their first album and you think you don't really know where you're going chord wise, so you're going to run out of chord patterns quite soon. You're going to run, you're only using 6 chords in each key, 6 relative chords in each key, and you're going to run out by the time you get to your second album. But no, I think there's definitely something about them. I really like the way he sort of plays the guitar. But when they perform, they're only a 2-piece, aren't they? They're like a noise band. Actually, there was a band who support when I went to see Foals back in February, a band called That Fucking Tank. From Leeds, but they were a very similar sort of thing, except they were it was just a guitarist and a drummer. It was bonkers. Yeah, I know, it's a bit of an odd name.
That effing Tank. That is
Sorry,
that's.
I'm not supposed to swear.
Oh yeah, I probably should have mentioned that before. No swearing on the show.
Well, that went well.
That's okay. You're forgiven. Yeah, it's cool. It's funny when I heard you play for the first time, I heard Oasis really strongly. Are you an Oasis fan?
Enormous Oasis fan. Like literally, Noel Gallagher is my god. Like, I need a shrine to him, like, in my room. There's actually, in that song he does on his own, If I Had a Gun, there's a lyric, "You're the only God that I would ever need. My thoughts on Noel Gallagher." Like, straight up, what a man.
He is a dude. He's a dude. Right, so we move into the challenge round of the night. Brilliant. So, yeah, so these challenges have been suggested by Matt Shearman of Close to the Coast. So if you're on Facebook, go type in Close to the Coast and check out Matt's band. Give him a like. And also give Tom a like. Tom Martin Music. That's facebook.com/Tom Martin Music. Because likes help us musicians out. It may seem like a really just like nothing kind of thing, but when you're a gigging musician, you know, promoters, they'll look at your Facebook page and see how many likes you've got, and that really does make an impact and can get you better gigs. So yeah, so
it's a really small like amount of effort for you guys, and you can even unsubscribe from the page if you don't want to get updates from it. But it means so much to us. Like if 10 people do it. Like, if 10 people did it every week, like, people like us, we could, you know, obviously you're a little bit further on in your career than I am, but, like, we would be playing, we could play wherever we wanted, couldn't we?
That's true. Cool. Right, this is my favourite bit of the basement sessions. Here's a shoe. This is the magic shoe. Magic suggestions come out of it each time. So, you ready, Tom?
Not even slightly. I've heard about last week's. Last time's. I'm terrified.
Right, let me take a look. You won't have to get nude. Don't worry. Okay. Brilliant. This is my favourite one. So, Tom, your challenge is to perform your next song with a plastic bag over your left hand. It's great, isn't it?
There are rude words for Matt Shearman right now. If he's watching, I've got many rude words for you.
Many rude words. Okay, brilliant. So, yeah, if you just swing around the mic stand, we'll slip the mic on and we'll get this plastic bag on you.
Any particular requests?
Up to you.
Oh, Christ. I'll do one where I don't have to change my hand shape very much.
That's the most peculiar thing.
This is horrendous. This is the worst day of my life.
It's gonna work. Don't know how much that. Brilliant. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it's got a Sainsbury's bag over his left hand. This is hilarious. Let's see if this can beat Matt singing in Japanese. This could go very right or very wrong. Either way, it's going to be really funny. So, ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause from your sofas. Tom Martin.
This is going to sound horrible. Don't judge me on this. You walk into the pub late in the evening, half believing that the night is not as young as it once was, or not half as young as you might want. And there behind the counter of the Drunken Fool stands a girl who's just sensational, and she smiles at me as she asks what I'd like, and I'm like, I'd like to take you home tonight, but you keep it inside, don't wanna let her know. At an open mic, singing Let Her Go, and she's a passenger now on your live show bus, so you could say things are getting serious. She looked at me while I sang to her. I saw her pouring me a Kronenberg. You might think this is the alcohol talking. You'd be right, but remember, I have to stare at the guitar neck the whole freaking time, just because I can't feel a thing. Drunken words are sober truths, inhibitions that I overthrew, and just the way she grasped the glass, she's got it down to an art, and I spent all night staring up at the bar, trying really, really hard not to stare at her face, and the place comes alive at once. A universal shockwave of Jaeger-fueled indulgence. She's thrown a young man out into the street, cause his nervous system opted to neglect his feet, and now she's the eye of the tavern storm.
Alcoholic rain pouring, she pours more, and she's into my head like a conscience ram rain. And I can't remember clearly when the last time was that I got paid, and my wallet is as empty as the drunken stomach, cause he started hurling after with the cook and rum until I came to her as she's sliding out a bottle. I'm fairly sure the barmaid is a supermodel. Look at me while I sing to ya, but you're preoccupied pouring beer. Eyes meet, and for me it's like lightning, for her it's weird and a little bit frightening. Drunken words are sober truths, inhibitions that I overthrew. And just the way she grasps the glass, she's got it down to an art. I spent all night staring up at the bar, trying really, really hard not to stare at her. Yeah, spent all night staring up at the bar, trying really, really hard not to stare at her. The way she pepperoni got me feeling lonely. Is she gonna take me home tonight? The way she's pouring boomers makes me wanna pull her. Are you gonna take me home tonight? See her pouring cider, I wanna be inside her. Are you gonna take me home tonight? To have a tequila, make me wanna feel her. Are you gonna take me home tonight? Doing shots of sours, I stare at her for hours. Are you gonna take me home tonight? See her pouring Guinness, I want her on my Facebook friends list. Are you gonna take me home tonight? She's pouring gin and tonic, she's supersonic. Are you gonna take me home tonight? You see her pouring Magnus, makes me wanna shag her. Are you gonna take me home tonight? Oh, drunken words are sober truth, yeah. Just inhibitions that I overthrew, yeah. And just the way she grabs the glass, she's got it down to an art. And spent all night staring up at the bar, trying really, really hard not to stare at her. Yeah, spent all night staring up at the bar, trying really, really hard not to stare at her. Yeah, spent all night staring up at the bar, trying really, really hard not to stare at her. Yeah, spent all night staring up at the bar, trying really, really hard not to stare at her ass. Can I take it off?
How was that?
It was actually easier than I thought. Like, yeah, it didn't sound as horrible as I expected.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed. No, that's a really great. That's a great song. I think I was continually tweeting Tom a little while ago, just going, Guinness Facebook friend list. That's the best rhyme ever, and it is.
I can't even take credit for that. I actually have to give credit for that to David Guy and Alex Malik, who actually I was sat when I was writing this song with, and they actually said, "Oh yeah, do this with it." So it's not actually. It's like we sort of came up with it together, so it's not completely my lyric.
Okay, don't tell the record companies that. Otherwise, you have to split royalties, and you only end up with 10 mil in the bank instead of 30. You know, so just be careful. Okay. Cool, so we move on with the challenge. The magic shoe makes a return. What next? Let's take a look. Intriguing. Woohoo! Cool, so you have to perform the next song in a Jamaican accent. Okay, how do you feel about that?
Racist.
Brilliant. Okay, so yes, pick your song. Remember, if you are watching on Facebook, you found my status where I posted this. Best to just comment, say hello. We'll give you a shout out. If you've got any questions for Tom, go on and ask him. I've still got a few more, but we're always open to some more suggestions. Coolio, awesome. Well, with no further ado, Tom is going to sing us one of his songs in a Jamaican accent. So take us away, buddy.
This was going to be proper adorable, and I was going to dedicate this to my girlfriend, but now I'm not, because this is a song I've been writing for her. But now I have to sing it in a Jamaican accent. Okay. We go together like I can't. We got together like two blues on a Rubik's Cube, like student life and too much booze, mon. Super glue, like the lyrics Hey and Judah. And I know as long as I stick with you, everything will see us through, mon. Rasta. So when I call you in the middle of the night, I'm looking shite, feeling not bright. And when I left, my t-shirt was white, but now it's been stained by my spilt Coors Light. Well, I guess you wrap me up so tight. Give me Red Bull, my wings might take flight, and I fly to you. Come on, hold me, 'cause I never thought we'd be like this. Come on, show me, 'cause I melt into a cuddle when we kiss, mon, like this. I really need some well-dank weed. I don't even know what's happening now. Can I stop? I feel like I should do this in a reggae beat. Hang on. Wow. Can I make it proper Jamaican? I give you 8 letters, but I'd need 8 stamps. You'd say 8 wheelchairs, wouldn't need 8 ramps now. And I'm the ark and you're shell-bound camped. I'm the lampshade, the lamp, and under the lover, where lovers intertwined. I drink too much beer more than you drink too much wine, and so you're convinced getting in common as muck. Can't remember the lyrics to this song, and the next one's a swear word. Come on, hold me, 'cause I never thought we'd be like this. Come on, show me. 'Cause I melt into a puddle when you kiss, mon. I don't know what's happening. And just as long as you keep telling me each day, I know I'll always find a way to work it out. I did not know the lyrics to that enough to try and do Jamaican at the same time.
That was really fun. That kind of worked in a weird way.
Up until I became like Alex Salmond.
Yeah, up until you became Alex Salmond. So why do you want Scotland to go independent?
Because I really, really want to be very powerful.
Okay, thanks for the interview, Alex. That was good. Just listening to that, I thought there needs to be more Jamaican singer-songwriters playing very English indie. It needs to happen.
Pile Driver Waltz would work extraordinarily well as a. Like, you get some Arctic Monkeys done in a Jamaican accent. I think that would work.
Is that your next song?
No, unfortunately not. But watch this space. If I get bored in like 5 years, you never know.
Brilliant, cool. Yeah, so let's whack out some questions before the final challenge. The final challenge, I know it's quite fun. Cool. So, yeah, here's a good one. What's the dream, man?
First to get my degree. I'm about to leave to go to Swansea for my first year, and then I always hope that like in my 20s I can have a fair crack at doing like the singer-songwriter thing. Basically what you're doing now. You've got your degree and you're off doing your singer-songwriter thing. It's going really well for you. That's kind of the dream, and then hopefully one day sort of be moderately successful enough to make it a profession for a few years, to actually live fairly comfortably off of doing music, and then when I'm old enough to sort of pack it up and become a journalist, then I'll do that.
A journalist, eh? That's not what you're studying at uni, is it?
No, I'm studying ancient history, but I chatted to someone who said that get a degree in an essay-based subject, and then you can pick up a lot of the skills of journalism very quickly. So go ahead and do like an essay-based subject, become an expert in it, and then you've always got an in that kind of as an almost in the academia side of things if you ever need it. So
Intriguing. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, to be honest, man, like, yeah, I'm a little bit further down the road in terms of like where my music career is at. But if I sounded like you, like if I was as good as you when I was 19, when I first moved to Winchester, I'd be, I think, a lot further by now. But so that's a big compliment. Cool. Here's an interesting one. What three people do you want with you when the zombie apocalypse breaks out?
that is quite a good question actually.
They can be fictional as well, so it can be a mix of real people in your life plus fictional characters. And I also want why.
I want I quite like Terminator, just because he's pretty badass, isn't he? Like I don't know if badass actually counts as a swear word. So
It doesn't. I say it all the time.
No, okay, Terminator. He's quite a good choice to have. Also, my mum, because my mum could cook in a zombie apocalypse where there's no food. My mum could cook something nice out of any sort of food stuff. Like you could pick up like a random human brain on the side of the road, or obviously those ones were zombified. She'd be doing that, but pick up anything off the side of the road and make it into a nice meal. So, I want my mum with me, and then Jennifer Lawrence to repopulate the Earth afterwards.
Cool. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, brilliant. I'm trying to imagine like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jennifer Lawrence's babies right now, and that's quite a
Scary thought.
It's interesting though, because like the Terminator, he can't fornicate, can it?
It's me who's going to be repopulating with Jennifer Lawrence, not Arnold Schwarzenegger or the Terminator in this case.
What if the Terminator gets jealous and like snaps you in two?
It's a risk I have to take. For Jennifer Lawrence, I would do it.
It's a risk 99% of the men on this planet would probably take. Cool. One more question. Is there a god?
Blimey, deep. I think there's a higher power, like something that kicked off like the Big Bang, like whatever did that, like because something had to. It wouldn't have just. It's odd. I find it odd that it would never just randomly happen. So I think that's, yeah, whatever kicked off. But whether this higher power still has a say in our life or not, I don't know. Like I think I have beliefs that range like all through all the different religions. You study them, and I picked out the stuff I like the best and thought sounded most feasible, and and then it changes as you go, doesn't it? You sort of, I'm convinced that people get reincarnated, but only because when my granddad died, there's a robin where his ashes are, like freaking every time. Like we're convinced that he got reincarnated as a robin, so
That's really nice. That's a cute story. Hashtag, yeah. It's like, I don't know, I find like songwriting's like almost like a spiritual kind of experience. For some songs, they just
it does happen. One day you just sit down, pick up your guitar, and like half an hour later you've just got a masterpiece that you just never thought you could write. Hashtag Bethany's line.
That's a very good song. I'm looking forward to that one. Cool. So that's the questions. Cool. So we've got one more challenge for you. Back with the shoe. Okay, into the shoe we go. Oh, it's deep inside the shoe. There we go. Thank you. It's a magic shoe. Gives up magic suggestions. Okay, this is going to be fun. So here in the basement sessions, we like a bit of improvisation. My second ever basement session, I took suggestions from you guys at home, and basically I took all these different subjects, and I had to do an hour-long improvised song, and it was really fun. And Matt, when he came on, we got him to do some improv as well. So you can probably see where this is going. So Tom, we want you to do some improv. But what Matt has suggested is he wants you to improvise a really meaningful song about the chicken crossing the road. How do you feel about that?
I actually really like the idea. Let's go for it.
That's okay. I thought I'd save the soft idea till last. Really? Okay. Awesome. Take it away, Tom.
God knows what this is going to sound like. Okay. I don't even know what key to start in. That's pathetic. Let's go for it.
Takes himself and he walks to the crossing where he was. Looks up, and each car that passes by is just a chapter in his life he won't get back. He'd stick out a thumb 'cause he wants to go from his home, but he's only got feathers and wings. Looks to the sky and asks the clouds and the sun why he can't get over all these silly things. And he never imagined that he could see the other side, and he was always waiting for that love to burn. And he said, I know that we've been crossing the road this whole damn time. And my wings are clipped and I cannot fly, so I'll just walk, forget to speak, and instead of speaking, I just talk about nothing. I tell the people who walk by that they're foolish to try to ask me just why, and I'm waiting, and I'll wait until the end of time. If I'm hating all the prophets telling my damn future, there ain't no future that I'd like. And I say I'm holding back, but I'm just holding on, and I could tell you something new. And I'm falling, I'm just making papers out of everything I thought that was new. And I don't know what is mine, but I've been crossing this damn road the whole damn time. I've been crossing this damn road, and I've been crossing this damn road. I saw that man, he was telling me that my life was not what it was meant to be. He said, cross that road, yeah, the river, that bridge that runs down the center of your heart, and you might see what you're waiting for. But I tried doing it and just fell short. I couldn't raise my foot another moment more, and I looked at the lights, still green, no red, until
Brilliant. If you tuned in just before, we stopped talking, you probably wouldn't guess that was an improvised song. That was amazing.
Thank you. Cheers.
I think that's a keeper. That's cool. So that was really good, man. So yeah, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about your songwriting process, really. How does the songwriting process begin? Like, before you've picked up the guitar, before you've put down the pen, what happens in your head or in your heart, perhaps that inspires a song?
Well, it literally depends song from song. Like, like some of my best songs have literally started like that. Like, I would literally just sit and start playing guitar and whack out a sort of fairly sort of steady finger pick beat or a strum, sort of come up with a progression and just go from there. Sometimes when I used to be at work, I wasn't supposed to have my phone, but I don't work there anymore, so who cares? I used to sit on my phone up in the stock room while I was looking for shoes for people. I used to work in Clark's, and I used to like work out a line every time I went upstairs, and when I got back down, I would be thinking of the next one. So sometimes they just come, it sort of flows out. Sometimes it takes ages, but it really depends on what's like inspiring me. Like, sometimes random stuff can, and sometimes nothing can. So.
That's cool. So it starts with the kind of the thoughts, the inspirations, all little things that are happening. And so when it comes to the guitar, what kind of thing do you start doing? Is it chords? Do you do riffs? I mean, what is it? Tell us a little bit about what you do with the guitar that makes you, Tom Martin, different.
Not much. I'm not. I like to think I'm a lyricist more than anything. I'm okay on a guitar. I can play like to a level that's acceptable for playing gigs, which always seemed really. I would never thought I'd get there when I started, but it really depends. Like, I really like finger picking, and I think like I really like to sort of put a little folky kind of just sort of slant on what I'm doing. Like, my particular favourite is when you're playing and you just like that sort of thing. Like, it just sort of gives you, like, it's nice for filling up little gaps. But it really depends. Like, sometimes I go out there to write a complicated song, and sometimes I go out there to write a song and it has to have a lot of meaning. Like, when I went out to write Bethany's Line, which is the last one I'm going to play, I was on holiday. I was really happy, and I just thought, you know what? I'm in such a good mood. Let's try and write something really complicated, and hence it ended up with like augmented chords and chromatic drops and all sorts of rubbish. So
that's cool. Well, man, like, wherever you started in guitar, you've really come to a really, really great stage, and you're a great guitarist, man. And lyricist as well. And I'm not just saying that. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. That's why I've got you on the Basement Sessions. Cool. Well, that's really good. So for you at home who are aspiring songwriters, Tom's just spilt his secrets on how to write a song. So quickly run, grab a guitar, and beat him to it. Cool. So Tom's going to play us out with his last tune. Bethany's Line, which is a really, really great tune. The first time I heard Bethany's Line, it was kind of the things Tom was doing with his voice. It's just like it's a lot of falsetto. It goes. Not like that. That's bad. That's a swan being harassed. Yeah. Swan.
You know what I'm saying? Hot Fuzz,
Yeah. Seriously, that scene in Hot Fuzz is like my favourite thing ever. It's one of my favourite moments.
I'm in love with her. It's just like, well, the swan's gone. The swan's got loose. What does it look like? Well, it's kind of, it's about 2 foot tall. Long, slender neck. Well, it's a swan.
Brilliant films. Yeah, and so Bethany's Line is just it's a really great tune, and you need to record it as soon as possible. Cool. So, as I said, check out Tom on Facebook. So go to facebook.com/Tom Martin Music, or you can go onto my Facebook page at facebook.com/SF Music, and from there you can go to my SoundCloud, and I've basically on SoundCloud, if you've never been on it, you can go onto another artist's music page and you can repost their song onto your page. So I've reposted one of Tom's older songs that he's not playing today, a song called 3 O'Clock that I really like, and you should definitely check it out as well. So check out me, Scott Freeman, on Facebook and SoundCloud, and Tom Martin as well at Tom Martin Music. Awesome. Well, Tom, it's been a pleasure, and let's get you to do Bethany's line. Here we go.
This could go any which way.
Your rain-drenched breath of air, I can't believe that you are standing here. If I'd known that you'd make the time, I'd find a reason for this sorry rhyme. And there's a voice inside my head that says, if she's so difficult, why did you raise your armory of charm and wit? Well, I called frustration out a little bit on your line. Will you reel me in, darling? I am fit to fly, 'cause you got more love in your little finger than I got in the whole of my heart. More love in the back of your mind than I can fit in the back of my car. And you know that I'll be round again for you sometime. To your promise like an empty glass, left in the wind and rain out on the grass. Just as easy as that glass might fail, it might fall and break and leave me still on your line. Will you reel me in, or will ya cut my ties? 'Cause you got more love in your little finger than I got in the whole of my heart. More love in the back of your mind than I can fit in the back of my car. More love in the way that you move than I got in the way that I live. More love in the love that you lose than I got in the love that I give. And you know that I'll be round again for you sometime. And it's these wounds from which I feel the sting, telling me if I give you everything, give it all to you, will you see me through? 'Cause you got more love than I can even start to comprehend. If it's the start, then darling, it's the end. If I'm a genius, then I'm a fool. Come on, tell me what I gotta do. More love in your little finger than I got in the whole of my heart. More love in the back of your mind than I can fit in the back of my car. More love in the way that you move than I got in the way that I live. More love in the love that you lose than I got in the love that I give. And you know, don't you know me? You know that you know that I'll be round again for you sometime. And I spend my life
That was brilliant, mate. That was absolutely stellar. Thank you very much, Tom, for joining us in the basement sessions. It's been an absolute blessing to have you. So, Tom, where can we next catch you live?
Well, tonight and tomorrow night. Actually, I'm just doing some open mic nights. I play the open mic night tonight at the Railway in Winchester, and tomorrow night at the William Walker in Winchester, which are sort of recent haunts, but quite dear haunts to me now that I've in the future short time I've started going there. So we're going around saying goodbye to everyone. Then I'm back in December. I'm hoping to do a big old comeback show in the Talking Heads or the Railway, where I play quite a lot. So hopefully, watch out for that. And there might even be a cheeky little single coming out at the end of the year.
Oh, so you heard it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are around in the Winchester area tonight, head to the Railway for 9 p.m. where they have the Roots Night, the weekly open mic night there, and tomorrow night at my old open mic at the William Walker, 9 till 12. That's in Winchester in the High Street. It's a good old pub, and yeah, check Tom out at facebook.com/Tom Martin Music, me at facebook.com/SF Music. As we said earlier, give us a like, it really does help us out. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the Basement Sessions. I'll be back next week with Matt and Simon, two great acoustic artists from Winchester. It's going to get bluesy next week, and it's going to be really fun. So, yeah. Thanks, Tom, once again, and good night.
Good night.